common issues and concerns that a lot of people have when they reach out to me. It's not just the weight loss, it's not just losing the belly fat, but it's also, by living a high achieving lifestyle and just a high performer in general with these very demanding careers, it's not just demanding on our physique, our physical, it's very demanding on our mental. And so, in this video, I'm gonna share with you some high performance habits that you can start to adopt and put in your lifestyle to avoid brain fog and mental fatigue. Okay, man, today, I've been up since, if I'm being honest, I've been up since 3 a.m. I couldn't go to sleep really, and that's like really not normal. But I'm excited about some things that I've been working on, some projects I'm working on. But I just didn't go to. I just woke up at 3 a.m. Couldn't go back to sleep. And so, I did a little bit of research in the bed from 3 to about 6, and then got out of bed, started working at 6 a.m. and worked for a couple of hours. And, after a couple of hours, I just had this mental fatigue. I just had this mental block. I'm like, man, I can't keep working on this project. I'm just going to hit a wall, And so, most people, they hit that wall and they just keep on trying to push through. They keep on trying to push through. And before they know it, they're just kind of like just going through the motions. But what I've realized in my career, just going through the motions doesn't necessarily get the best results, when you're just going through the motions. And so what I do instead is I use exercise as a way of not just building my body, because a lot of people look at exercise and working out as like a bodybuilding thing. But even though it can build and sculpt your body, it's a lot more effective for our mental health and our brain health, all right, and having energy. And so here's the reason why. When you exercise, whether it be doing cardio or lifting weights, I'm not talking about crazy athletic workouts with weights. I'm talking about just lifting weights, 3-4 days a week. Nothing extremely intense. You're challenging yourself, but you're moving. It does two things, okay? Well, more than two things, but the main two things is blood flow, okay? Not just blood flow to the body, but also blood flow to the brain, okay? If you want your brain to be sharp while you're working, or even when you're back at home with family, you have to move, guys, okay? And by moving, walking, doing some type of cardio and even exercise like lifting weights, you're gonna get that blood flow to the brain. That's one, okay? The second thing, a lot of times when you get done working out and doing cardio, it triggers this like endorphin effect, okay? Where you feel better. Like, this is one of the biggest reasons I work out so consistently, because I don't have to work out as much as I do, but one of the reasons I work out pretty much every day. if I can make it work every day, I pretty much work out every day. All right. And the reason why is because most days we go through these highs and lows throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? You're grinding, you're working. And for myself, when I'm working, I start on the high, and then after a while, not just my physical, but my mental energy starts to take a nosedive. And it's not just the nutrition that helps me bump my energy back up. It's also the exercise that bumps my energy back up. And so this is why I go exercise. I do some work in the morning, then I eat some food. I go hit the gym to get that little mental and physical boost, and then I'm right back into the work again with a new bout of energy. It's kind of like I grew up playing sports. I ran track, and I remember before we would start track practice, we had to run 5 miles at the beginning of every practice. And when we would start, like for me, when I would start that 5 miles, my legs would be tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, how in the world am I gonna get through this practice? But by around about, mile 3 or mile 4, I catch a second wind. Okay? And I'm able to just like turn up throughout the whole practice while I was at track practice. And so I say that to say, you can use exercise as a way of giving you that second wind. Whenever you're working throughout the morning time, and then you're like, man, I still got so much more to do the rest of the day. And you got to take some type of a break. So while you're breaking, go exercise, go walk, go lift some weights to give yourself that second wind, not just physically, but mentally, okay? This is a high performance habit. Most folks, the average people, they just look at exercise as a way of like looking good. That's rookie stuff. Like being able to truly excel in your career and in your personal life. You're looking at exercise as a lifestyle to give you that edge with being able to have more energy. Okay? Along with the high performance habit of eating well. Most folks look at eating well as like a diet to just lose weight. No, guys. That's so surface level. It's so much more to it than just weight loss and losing belly fat and getting and looking good in your clothes and looking good when you take your shirt off. It's also you being able to eat the right way so you feel better, both inside and out. Because if you don't feel well, it's because you're not living well. Okay? From a nutrition standpoint, eating habit standpoint, but also a physical activity standpoint. If your lifestyle consists of just being sedentary on a daily basis and you're wondering why you're tired, you wonder why you have brain fog and fatigue most days throughout the week, and you're just looking to find more energy like you just don't have enough time in a day to get things done, you have the time. It's the energy that you don't have. If you had more energy, you'd be able to be a lot more productive on a daily basis and get way more done. Just imagine if you had more mental energy to get more things done throughout the day. How much more could you accomplish? How much more money could you make? How much could you really enjoy time with your family and the people you love and care about, because you have that second wind. After you get off work, you're able to go home and still have some mental bandwidth and energy to be able to enjoy time with your little ones or your partner, or even just enjoy time with yourself, with your family or your friends, have a social life, and so these are some things you want to think about and start to adopt as far as habits, and so that way you're able to live a high quality life. Okay, living a high quality life means having high quality habits. When you have high quality habits with the foods that you're eating, okay, not just drinking soda all the time or simply lemonades and all these energy drinks. You got to start thinking more quality for your quality of life to excel. You got to start thinking about, okay, well, I need to start eating more whole foods that have more nutritional value to them. That way you feel better, you have more energy, you're leaning out. Okay, the second thing is the exercise, both lifting weights to build your body, build your perfect body so you look good in your clothes and when you pull your shirt off, but also cardio. Most folks reach out to me and they say to me, yeah, I just been doing cardio so I can lose weight. But that's really like trying to lose weight on hard mode, because the majority of weight loss is going to come from your nutrition. Cardio is more so for your wellness, for your energy. Like, I remember when I went online full time and started doing coaching and not doing in-person training anymore, and I found myself sitting down at my desk for long hours of time. And I'm like, man, why do I feel so mentally exhausted and I'm not doing anything? And it didn't dawn on me because my whole career and lifestyle up to that point was like moving, because I was, training people. And so I was moving around throughout the gym, picking up weights, telling my clients what to do and all that. But when I went into coaching, high performance coaching like this, where I'm helping people all over the country, I don't have to be anywhere to train them. I'm just giving them the game plan. I'm showing them the eating habits. I'm showing them the training habits. I'm showing them, how to live well. I was pretty much sedentary. Outside of me going to the gym, I'm at the house, And so I found myself having to get up more, walk. I bought me a walking pad, so I could walk at the house when I didn't get out the house and go walk around the neighborhood, And that's when I noticed when I would walk for 20, 25, 30 minutes, I'm like, wow, no more brain fog. I got my second win. I'm good. I got energy again. Now I can get right back to the action. So start doing these things, all right? When you adopt these things as a way of living, a lifestyle, this is how you get results, not just now, but long term. This is how you look good and keep the weight off long term. This is how you feel good and avoid health issues like the high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, sleep apnea, you know, the strokes and all these other things that people tend to go through because they're not focusing on their quality of life. Ultimately, what I'm teaching when I talk about high performance habits is it's a high performance lifestyle, okay? Wellness, long-term results, okay? Other than that, guys, we're out of here. Hopefully y'all found this helpful. If y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. I see a couple of y'all commented. Have G Fuel and tell me it doesn't slap. I'm not exactly sure what G Fuel is, but I'll look it up. I'm Sophia from last night. Okay. All right, cool. I wonder if Sophia, I guess you may be somebody who looked at one of my last videos. I'm not sure. But anyway, hopefully y'all found this helpful, and I'll be back with another one. Let's go.